Greetings all. I am Kevin de Beer, Minister of Word and Sacrament at Bells Hill Central Parish Church, and I thank you for the gift of your time and your company. We're exploring the gift of love. We're exploring the gift of ways in which we connect and the ways in which at times that connection is broken. We're exploring the reality that sometimes communication breaks down. It is a story as old as the hills. It goes right back to Genesis chapter 4. It is a remarkable story that reminds us that communication at times is anything but easy. Adam made love to his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, "With the help of the Lord I have brought forth a man." Later she gave birth to his brother Abel. Now Abel kept flocks and Cain worked the soil. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord, and Abel also brought an offering, fat portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcast. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." It seems a remarkable expectation on behalf of God that somehow there would be this mastering of emotion. The reality is that Cain is overwhelmed by a sense, maybe, to inject some modern meaning into it, sense of jealousy, alienation, frustration, confusion. And we know where this story will end. But it is a reminder for us that it is a story that holds before us a warning that indeed when we find ourselves in situations where communication breaks down, that we step back, reflect a little, catch our breath, try and see things from the other person's perspective, and try and engage the conversation once again in a way that proves meaningful, in a way that leads the relationship forward, a way that speaks of healing and possibility, rather than shutting down further possibilities regarding intimacy. And so when it comes to conflict, at times we can flee, we become intimidated by it, times we can freeze, and at times we can fight. And sometimes we can fight and fight in ugly ways. And probably in many ways, we've all experienced one way or another of trying to come to terms with those tragic, difficult, testing moments when communication breaks down. And so in the notes, you will see some of my suggestions regarding working with this reality. They are simple suggestions. They are not comprehensive ones, but they are an invitation for us to consider ways in which we can build healthy and longer lasting relationships, even, maybe especially so, when communication breaks down. Let us pray. Lord, at times we struggle to engage each other. At times, in engaging each other, we feel that we are broken. We cannot get our point of view across. Times we feel flustered and frustrated. Times we feel overwhelmed and anxious. Help us, loving and gracious God, even as we work through difficult seasons in our relating, to find health and healing, to find wholeness and grace. For these things we ask in Jesus' strong name, with thanksgiving. Amen.